And we say good morning to you live at the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We is on the road today. Hello. We are again American Import Auto Repair, home of the free loaner car program. We're going to be here until 1 o'clock today. Here is today's lineup. Here's the guests. We're loaded for bear as always. We're going to be talking to Bill Robinson, the Milligan men's basketball coach. Mike Hedrick joins us from Virginia, the NASCAR fans reporter, with a, thank you, dear, a Richmond recap and a Talladega preview for the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series. Also, we'll be hearing from Mike talking about the Xfinity Series also at Talladega, or Adega as they call it as well. Also, Tim Smith, American Import Auto Repair, our guest host. We're also going to be hearing from Michael Bates, and also we're going to be hearing from Brittany Carson with a new 5K road race coming to town. Well, a new and improved 5K road race. Going to be talking about that as well. So all that coming up here again as we're live at American Import and Auto Repair. Again on this Tuesday, May the 2nd, 2017. And, of course, we, as you know, if you don't, you're about to know, we always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. And it says, out of the book of Isaiah 12, verse 2 today, is our verse for the day. It says, I am your salvation. Trust in me and do not be afraid. I am your strength and your song. How about that? Good stuff. And so that's our verse of the day. Isaiah 12:2. I am your salvation. Trust in me. Do not be afraid. I am your strength and your song. There you go. Hello, Andrew Darlington. How you doing? Looking good, man. Come over and sit down and talk to me. I'm going to put you on the microphone right now. Bonus coverage. Sit down right there. This guy is like a connoisseur of NBA basketball. And let me get you plenty of slack here because we want Mr. Darlington to be able to, because he's a big old tall fella. Let me hit that button right there and put him right over there. Look right there. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well, Tom. Good seeing you.
Yeah. Let's talk about it real quick. This is kind of a surprise because this guy knows NBA basketball. So Cavaliers whooped up on the Raptors last night, and my guys go down in flames. The Rockets all over the Spurs. So what's your take on the NBA playoffs right now?
LeBron's a beast.
Yeah.
I mean, 35 and 10 last night?
Yeah, 35 and 10.
And stopped to get a beer after he missed a layup. He said he did not like beers. He said if it had been a glass of red wine, he probably would have taken it.
Yeah,
but the question is, how much is that beer bottle going to be on eBay tomorrow?
There you go. That's exactly right. That would be an instant collector's item. So you've got on the other side of the coin Utah, which I said last week was going to be kind of the dark horse, and they were. They knocked out of the Clippers for the second time they go in the first round. The Clippers did, so they got some problems to resolve in the offseason. But Utah at Golden State, probably not much. Warriors going to blow through that one.
The Warriors are a little irritated. Did you hear about that?
No.
They're irritated that they're playing Utah because they said there's no nightlife in Salt Lake City. They wanted to go to L.A. so they had some nightlife to play.
Nothing like priorities.
Yeah, and I mean, Draymond Green is nothing like Charles Barkley.
No.
But to some degree, it does seem that way with the partying that he wants to do.
There you go. And the other side of the conference, the Eastern Conference, you got the Wizards in Boston, the Battle of the Celtics. That's coming up tonight. So there's your teams left. You got Boston, Washington, Cleveland, Toronto in the East, Houston, San Antonio, Utah, Golden State in the West. Who's going to play for the NBA championship, in your humble opinion?
I want to see the Warriors win. I'd like to see Durant get a championship, so that'd be kind of fun. But, I mean, when you got a guy that's 6'8", 290, and plays point guard, if he wants to win, how do you stop him?
Be LeBron.
Exactly. I mean, Golden State has the best team. By their assists, they've done phenomenal. But if the refs are going to let LeBron use his sheer brute strength to be able to get to the paint, you can't do anything. No. I mean, it's like Wilt Chamberlain.
6'8", and how big is he? 290.
They'll say anywhere between 280 and 300. I'll go 290.
And it runs like a deer.
It runs like a deer and jumps like Alvin Kamara.
There you go. So here's the question of the day, because you've been around basketball a long time. Is this guy better than Jordan, or is Jordan still the king of NBA basketball as the all-time greatest player? Or do you think, I may have been a little presumptive, do you think Jordan's the all-time greatest player?
My favorite player of all time is Pete Maravich.
Oh, the pistol.
The pistol. I mean, so much about him. Now, was he the greatest ever? No. The greatest college basketball player ever? Certainly.
Yes.
I don't think you can. Bill Walton would say he didn't have a ring, so he doesn't get to be in the ball game. But I think he does. But just like Wilt changed the game, Bill Russell changed the game.
Michael changed the game.
Michael was in the game. He didn't change it. He was 6'6", so he wasn't a beast I mean, when Wilt came, he was a beast. I mean, there was no one like him. LeBron has come, and I mean, of course you had Magic, but 6'8", that massive power at a point guard completely has changed things. From a sheer physical standpoint and what he's been able to do to the game, LeBron's amazing. What Jordan did inside of the game without really changing it at only 6'6". He was only 6'6". I showed my kids some highlights from the I don't know if you remember there's a VHS tape. It was the Superstars of Basketball, and it had Michael Jordan on it with "Take My Breath Away," one of the greatest videos ever. And you see Michael Jordan going up and dunking over Akeem, dunking over Patrick Ewing. I mean, the guy's only 6'6".
With authority.
With authority.
Oh yeah, slamming it down.
But the thing that with Michael is that he hated to lose more than anybody else, probably ever in the NBA. He hated to lose, and he would put guys on his back,
carry him,
and just win the game.
Yeah.
And LeBron, I think, did that last year in the finals, but Jordan did it for his 15-year career, and I think that's what makes Jordan simply the best.
There you go.
But
I knew you'd have a great analogy, but he's tapped me on the shoulder and the arm. But Will Chamberlain,
Bill Walton,
Bill
Russell.
Bill Russell,
10 rings.
10 rings. So we got into this discussion at the Speedway during the rain delay up there last week. Started talking about sports, and so we morphed into football, we morphed into basketball. But see, I go with this, like you just said. When we start out playing, what is our goal? Get a ring.
Yeah, get a ring.
I want a ring. I'm not out there running around trying to get the most points, get MVP trophies. If I'm true to who I really am, I'm out there to get a ring to win the championship. So that's what I base it on. All-time greatest. You can have all the stats you want to, but who's the guy that's got fingers full of rings? That's the people I think merit, in my opinion, being considered the greatest ever. NBA, Bill Russell, 10 rings. NFL, say what you want. Montana's great. Bradshaw's great. Guy's got the rings, Tom Brady.
He does.
So whether you like the guy or not, think he's a crook.
Now, I think with football you do have a different dynamic because you're only playing on one side of the ball, and so you do have to.
Good point.
You do have to go with that. I mean, you think about it. Manning had a great year. One defensive back takes a step forward instead of a step back, and the Baltimore Ravens throw a pass over the guy's head for a touchdown in the game, in the season. And Manning couldn't. I mean, even a slow Manning could have stopped that. So you've got that situation. But the thing that you got to look at LeBron is no, Jordan didn't win any rings until he had Pippen. I get that, but I just don't think LeBron is selfish enough to be the greatest. LeBron has amazing court vision, can see everything, and he loves to pass. And so that's one thing that Jordan didn't do. Jordan just said, okay, we got to score. I'm going to do it. And he dished, obviously, Scott at the Paxson on one of those shots, Kerr on one of those shots to win some games. But for the most part, he put it on his shoulder and he scored. I think Cleveland should have won a championship with LeBron his first time around if LeBron had been more selfish and had done it, because who can stop him?
We're talking to Andrew Darlington, who just happened to be here. Of course, this guy's a businessman here in town, and so we go back a ways. We can talk hoops all day long. So, all right, give me your top 5. I know you got to go. You got other things to do. Give me your top 5. You've already hit me with 2, Jordan and LeBron. Give me your top 5, and you mentioned Russell. Top 5 all-time greatest players in the NBA.
If you go with rings, you got to put Russell.
Bill Russell, Boston Celtics.
You got to put Duncan.
Yeah.
Up there.
My boys, the Spurs. Tim Duncan, got you.
I mean, you might need to add some of those guys from the other Celtics teams. I mean, Havlicek and some of those guys, they had a couple of rings.
Bird
only had, 3?
3, yeah.
Bird's only got 3.
Mm-hmm.
I put Jordan.
There's 3.
Pippen, because he has a handful.
Right.
Maravich. I love him.
Just a big.
I got to put him in my top 5. He's just for sentimental purposes.
Yeah.
Got to put him there.
Now, he told me we ran into each other back in the wintertime, and so we were talking this very thing. Every time I see each other, we just like pick right back up where we were talking hoops. And so he said that Dale Brown, the coach at LSU, went back and tracked, for lack of a better term, on the floor every shot Pistol Pete Maravich. I mean, he went game by game, frame by frame his entire career, assuming that he drew the imaginary three-point line on the court. And had we'd had a three-point goal back then, he averaged 44 anyway. Maravich would average 52 points a game.
Something, I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, unbelievable.
And that doesn't even, that's just because he was shooting from those places. That doesn't even put into account what the other team has to do to come out there and guard him because it's an extra point.
Yeah.
So they got to go, what's he going to do from an assist? He led his team in assists, I think, 2 of his 3 years.
Guy's awesome. Pistol Pete Maravich. And so he would have averaged, of course he's gone, he would have averaged 52 points a game if they had a three-point line back when he played. Here's the other thing, too. You played and I played. You know, you put boxing one on this guy, or you change all these defensives to guard the guy. They still couldn't stop him.
No.
I mean, it's like a freight train coming down the tracks. You know he's coming. He's there, but we can't stop him.
Well, what they did, and you look at Mears, his average against Mears was only like 29 points a game. Only. 29 points a game because Tennessee said, we're going to stop Maravich and make everybody else beat us. Everybody else said, we can't stop Maravich, so we're just going to stop everybody else. And that's how we're going to do it. So Mears tried to do it. Guy still averaged 29.
29.
I mean, when I was playing in high school, I remember we had Tony Delk come, and Tony Delk was playing against Germantown High School. People were climbing in the windows to be able to watch this game. Actually, the fire department came and had to kick people out because there was too many people there. But they were ecstatic because in the first half they'd held Tony Delk to 22 points. Now, the coach got mad at the end of the game because I think he had like 55. They gave up 30. But, I mean, that's what you had with Maravich. I mean, the guy averaged 44. So an off night was 40 points.
There you go. A bad night was 40. And, again, everybody knew that when he was coming on, it's like you circle the calendar. We got Maravich Tuesday night, and everybody knew it and couldn't stop him anyway because he was that good. Talking about Tony Delk, young man who played at Haywood County here in Tennessee. The year we went to the state tournament with Dobbins Bennett, I was calling the play-by-play. We played him. Guy lit us up for 36.
It's amazing.
Crossed the timeline, baby. It's gone, and with good proficiency. So he could play. Went on to play with the Celtics and some other teams in the NBA. Andrew Darlington, man, you're here to talk to these great folks here at American Import, but I thought got to get him on a little bit and talk a little hoops. So,
thank you, Tom.
Foregone conclusion: Golden State, Cleveland for the NBA championship, NBA Finals.
I mean, Isaiah Thomas might have something to say about it, but I don't. I mean, if LeBron wants to win, he'll win.
Can Golden State stop him?
Enough.
Yeah.
When you got Durant, Thompson, and Curry shooting threes. I mean, if Curry will box out and they'll flop a little bit to get LeBron in foul trouble, you're not going to be able to man up on him. You're going to have to flop and get him in foul trouble because you can't stop him.
Last question. Russell Westbrook, James Harden, or Kawhi Leonard, or someone else for MVP this year? Do you give it to Westbrook? Do you give it to Harden? You have to wait and see how the NBA Finals come out. Who do you give it to?
No one's done a triple-double since Oscar, so you got to give it to him. But it was, I mean, again, what do you give the MVP for? Is it the most valuable player to his team? Or is it because you take LeBron off the Cavaliers? They're a lottery pick team.
They got me and you playing.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. So, good point.
So
you got to go?
I give Westbrook.
Westbrook, MVP.
Thank you, Tom.
Let's talk to this guy all day long. By the way, tell them about your business.
Andrew Darlington, work for Veritas Risk Management. We do all sorts of insurance, home auto business, workers' comp, Medicare subs, anything that ends with the word insurance, we can do, including alien abduction insurance.
Alien
abduction insurance. Yes.
Go ahead. Alien abduction insurance.
It's a $20, I think $50 lifetime guarantee. Lifetime policy. You get a certificate suitable for framing. If you get abducted by aliens, it pays your heirs $1 a year for 1 million years. And they have a provision that if you get eaten by aliens and they get your bones back, your family will get $2 per year
If you get your bones back.
Yeah, you have to
no
prove,
bones back, it's a buck.
to prove that. To
bones
prove that
are back, $2 a year.
Yeah, there you go.
Alien abduction insurance. I love this guy. Anytime, man. Anytime I see you.
Good seeing you.
You talk. That's good stuff. We are again live here again at American Import and Auto Repair, home of the free loaner car program. Again, our lineup today is right there. We're going to be taking a break. We're going to go to Virginia by phone and talk to Mike Hedrick. He'll give us a Richmond recap and a Talladega preview coming up here again on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Show number 508. They said it wouldn't work, and it's working. Love that guy right there. He did a great job. We appreciate him very much. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at the NBA. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball. We've got Daniel Norris, by the way, last night. Oh, yes. Daniel Norris needed a big performance last night, again, for his cause as one of the starters for the Detroit Tigers. He got it. I mean, Norris was lights out last night for Detroit. Young man from Johnson City, pitching in the bigs for the Detroit Tigers. We'll tell you all about that and more. We'll take a quick break, come right back. We'll get ready to be joined by our buddy Mike Hedrick. He'll join us live by phone from Virginia here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again, we are here, and we are at show number 508. Quick break. We'll be right back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
The deals are heating up for Truck Month at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Over 300 new Chevys to choose from, all with incredible savings. $11,000 off MSRP on 16 Silverado All-Star Crew Cabs. Check out the savings online at championjc.com. 16 Silverado Crew Cab, $33,685. 16 Track, $17,460. 16 Equinox, $21,615. 16 Traverse, $27,365. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the crossings in North Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. There's Tim. Tim's going to be with us here in a few minutes. Yeah, right now it's going to be me. I got to go through Major League Baseball, but you're going to be here in a minute. So, Put those on right there because you're coming up next year. We're a lot.
That's a lot of ugly for one screen.
There's a lot. Yeah, well, it's pressure too. Let's take a look at Major League Baseball from last night. In the National League, you had Cincinnati beating Pittsburgh 4-3-10. Tampa Bay over Miami 4-2. Mets defeat Atlanta 7-5. Milwaukee in 10 over the Cardinals 7-5. It was the Phillies going into Wrigley and beating the Cubs. Cubs struggling a little bit, although they're in first place. They got beat 10-2, and then San Francisco out of the left coast went into Dodger Stadium, beat Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers 4-3 last night in the National League. In the American League, Toronto over the Yankees 7-1. Baltimore 5, Boston 2. It was Tampa Bay 4, Miami 2. Houston over Texas 6-2. And Kansas City, the Royals over Chicago 6-1. Game we were watching with much interest, and he needed a good performance and got it. That's a good thing. Daniel Norris from Johnson City started last night for Detroit. Went 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run it was earned. He walked 4 but struck out 8. And of course he got him into the 6th inning. Bullpen does not blow up this time. Anibal Sanchez and Wilson bring it home for him as Detroit wins last night over the Indians 7-1 in Detroit. Here's the standings going into action tonight. Detroit, a game out of first place in the Central Division. Baltimore leads the Yankees by 1 in the American League East. Houston by 3.5 over the Angels in the West. In the National League, it's Washington 5 better than Philadelphia. In the East and the Central, Cubbies a game better than Milwaukee. Unbelievable. The Milwaukee's in second place. Reds dropping like a rock, like I thought. They're 12-13. And in the West, Colorado leads Arizona. Pretty tight race there by half game. Again, games today. Everything under the lights in the National League. Arizona and Washington, Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, Tampa Bay and Miami, the Mets in Atlanta, Philadelphia and Chicago, the Cardinals hosting Milwaukee, Colorado at San Diego, and San Francisco in L.A. In the American League, everything under the lights. Toronto and the Yankees. Game 2 of that series tonight in New York at Yankee Stadium. Baltimore at Boston, Cleveland at Detroit. You've got Oakland at Minnesota, Tampa Bay at Miami, Texas at Houston, White Sox at Kansas City, and the Angels will continue their series in the Pacific Northwest against the Seattle Mariners. He is here, he is there, and let's get him on the screen with the official title of this gentleman right here. He would be the owner of American Import and Auto Repair, Tim Smith. Good morning, sir. How you doing? Well, it is what it is. Let's hit that right there, and now we can hear you good. It is what it is. Just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. What did you think about the racing in Bristol last weekend? The weekend before last, I guess. What did you think?
Well, probably the bigger question is, what did you think about Earnhardt putting forth his retirement?
I think
Which one was a bigger story, you think?
Oh, no question. Junior stepping away.
Yeah.
You have, in the last 12, 13 months, talked about this yesterday on the show, you have
Tony Stewart,
Jeff Gordon, Carl Edwards, and now Dale Jr. stepping away from the sport.
Yes.
So that tells you that they've got to come up with some new star power.
Yeah.
They got to have somebody who's going to click those turnstiles, because what's happened, Jeff Gordon's fans have scattered. They still like him, but he's not driving anymore, so they got to go to somebody else. And then you have you look at Tony Stewart's fan base dissolving. Get Carl Edwards. They just imploded because he left and quit the sport, and now Junior, which is the most popular driver in NASCAR, 14 years running.
14? Wow.
14 straight years, and so he's walking away from the sport after this year. So somebody's got to step up. You got to have somebody or something. You got to have somebody or something, a reason to buy tickets and go to a NASCAR race next year. And everybody says, well, it's not going to go away because Dale Jr.'s stepping away. Okay, it's not just Dale Jr. Gordon.
Yeah.
And you got Matt
the old
Kenseth.
guard. The old guard is leaving.
Yeah. Matt Kenseth getting long in the tooth. Jimmy Johnson's not, this guy, if he wins the championship this year, which he's in the hunt for it, who's to say he's not going to walk away? So,
yeah.
But NASCAR's got to come with some star power, and they got to attract the younger fans, and they've got to get the drivers back out pressing the flesh like they used to.
Well, that was kind of the Monster Energy, was to bring in youth and all of that good stuff.
Of course, the Speedway, Bristol Motor Speedway, again, already talking about the fall racing. The truck race on Wednesday, free for kids 12 and under. The Food City 300, the Xfinity Series race on Friday night, which Junior's going to be in. 12 and under get in free. And then for the big race on Saturday night, it's a $10 ticket for kids 12 and under. So, and there was a lot of kids up there on Sunday, and there was a lot of kids came back on Monday. I guess they skipped school, but they came back on Monday to watch the race. So Heading off to Talladega this weekend. We're going to be joining Mike Hedrick live from Virginia coming up here in a few minutes to do a Richmond recap and a Talladega preview. We're talking to Tim Smith, the owner of American Import and Auto Repair, home of the free loaner car program. His beloved Dolphins just came through the NFL draft, and what was your thoughts of the Fins and how they did in the NFL draft?
Well,
good or not good?
You know, defensive line, they've got a bunch of people on there, and they got a cornerback out of it, and a receiver laid in it, which they're kind of full of receivers. But they're going to need somebody to take the place of Cameron Wake, who's 35 this year. So they're kind of looking toward that, which is nice. But there's, you figure the first 2-3 rounds, you need starters out of that, and the Dolphins, they don't look to have starters out of that. So that's the big knock on this draft in Dolphin world.
In Dolphin world. We're not in Dolphin world. We're in the Raider Nation. My boys had a pretty good draft.
They did. I mean, if you look, and
most
of the people said they had a really good draft. You've got that guy from Green Bay that runs it, McKenzie or whoever he's the GM.
Marshawn Lynch?
No, the general manager there.
Oh, Reggie
there.
McKenzie, yeah.
McKenzie, and
he's an Knoxville boy.
Is he?
Oh, he played ball at UT, yeah.
He's really smart, and he's kind of turned that whole place around out there.
Mark
He's
Davis.
Actually going to make them a competitive team here shortly.
Yeah, they are a competitive team. Not going to be, they are. And they open up September the 10th. Hey, you want to go?
Where's
Road
it
trip.
at? Where's it at?
Wherever Nashville's at. They open up with the Titans September the 10th.
Do they?
The Raiders. Ooh, my boys. The Oakland Raiders, yep. So
They're turning things around. Derek Carr's a good quarterback. You think he'll be back from his broken leg and everything will be fine?
He'll be fine. I have been kicked for years by this guy and all these other people making fun of the Raiders. And now say it again one more time. What did you just say about them turning things around?
They had a very good draft the last 2-3 years.
That's what I'm talking about. The boys have got it turned around. So now, do you think the
Marshawn's
NFL draft?
coming there.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch is coming.
Yeah. Do you like him?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised. He's kind of a grumpy guy.
The Raiders are a bunch of thugs and renegades. I love them. Latavius Murray gone. He went to the Packers, and so I don't know if that was his doings or the Raiders' doings, because they've been after Marshawn Lynch for several months now, and they got him. So Raiders
that's
looking
been
pretty
behind
good.
the scenes, been happening. He's good because he's from there, right?
Yes.
So that helps with the
Oakland.
hometown crowd.
Yeah. After he signed his contract, he drove home with his Raiders helmet on. So I guess in Oakland traffic, people go, that must be Marshawn, because there's a guy driving down the road with a Raiders helmet.
And if you're in Jonesboro, that must be Tom Taylor.
Must be Tom Taylor wearing that Raiders hat. So, oh well. We're talking to Tim Smith, American Import and Auto Repair. So, tell me, we had some hot weather last week. It's going to cool back down a little bit, more seasonable. But looking ahead to the end of May, it's supposed to crank back up. Vacation season right around the corner. So, what would be preventive maintenance on our vehicle? What must we be doing right now to make sure we have good, safe summertime driving when the weather really gets hot?
Well, if you're going to take it on a trip, a pre-trip inspection would be nice. Maintenance on your vehicle is always good. Bring it in. Let us take a look at the drive belt, tires. Make sure the battery's good. Make sure you're safe to go on your trip. And AC, you kind of want that when it starts getting miserable. I mean, with the last week thing, we got some AC work out of it because, got a little hot and everybody's wanting to take a little trip here and there and need to cool off. Last thing you want is everybody in the car hot and grumpy.
Yeah. Well, I remember we were kids, had that old 460 air conditioner.
Yep.
My dad say 4 windows down, going 60 miles an hour.
Yep.
And had that on. What kind of was it? Naugahyde? What kind of was just it made you itch all the time?
Pleather?
Pleather. Yeah. Pleather. Back when we were kids, and you'd be going down the road and start sweating because there wasn't any AC, and just
you remember the side windows you used to pop out sideways?
I forgot about those. Yeah, those
turn in?
little extra vents.
I liked them, didn't you? I mean, that saved a lot of sweating.
Yeah, those were the days. But now we have air conditioning, and so one of the things we always talk a lot about is the tires. You sell a lot of tires here because those 4 pieces of rubber is the only thing between you and the road. So got to have good tires, good tread, and you always preach about tire pressure. It's very important.
Tire pressure is very important. If you want those tires to last a long time, you need to make sure that the right amount's in there so it can people running by.
They have no clue what the show. They're talking loud. They have no clue. That's all right. Well, Sexy does. He just talks loud anyway. But go ahead, I'm listening.
You know, it's important because if you don't have the right pressure in there, it's going to get too hot. And when it gets really hot like that, it messes up the tire. It's not good for it. You need to keep them the right pressure, not too. You know, sometimes we have them come in here with way too much pressure. They'll think it's a little bit low, and they'll put another 20 or 30 pounds in there, and you know, you got to put what's supposed to be in the car in there.
Absolutely.
And cabin air filters are important. I mean, used to be they didn't have this, but it's like an air filter for your AC, and when that blows, all the pollen, all the stuff will blow right in there, and it's right at your eyes and face, and it needs to be clean air going there, not messed up.
And it's pollen season. Oh,
it is.
Goodness gracious!
It is.
Came out of the house in the morning, looked like it snowed.
Yeah.
Yellow on top of the car, all the pollen. So
I looked like I was crying or something. Looked like the Raiders had won.
There you go. The Raiders. You'll be crying on September 10th. The Raiders are going to win. So we're here live at American Import and Auto Repair, home of the free loaner car program, home of Scott Hyatt and Blaine and Misty and all the kids. And let's talk about this one up here. This is a good deal. The $99 one, you cannot go wrong. I know this sounds cheesy and corny, but Mother's Day is right around the corner. And if you want to get something practical for mom, here's what we'll put up on the screen. Excuse me, let you see this is a sample, obviously. The super.
How would you guess?
Misty writes nice. Sample. Do not sell this. Only
$99.
$99. Tell me
if you
about
was
it.
to use everything on there, it's like a $530 value. So,
Yep.
you know, there's a lot of good stuff on there. If you don't use it, the husband and wife, the kids, you know, anybody can use it. We get a lot of people from ETSU, moms and dads buying it
Sure.
for their kids here, and they don't have to spend any money. They can just come here and get their oil changed, and it's all taken care of. So if they want to do it and do it right, it's the way to do it.
Why would you not? That's exactly
Yeah.
right. It's the Super Saver Maintenance Club. Some of the things you get on this would be a complete car inspection, bumper to bumper, free. Premium oil service. Again, that would be, you get 4 of those. 2 of those include a tire rotation. So
Yes.
Two of
Yes.
those would probably pay for itself right there, wouldn't it?
They actually do.
Yeah.
AC work, wipers, all kinds of stuff on there.
Yep. It's all, again, right here. It's the Super Saver Maintenance Club. We're live here at American Import and Auto Repair. Tomorrow will be at Chick-fil-A. Thursday will be at Champion Chevrolet, and Friday will be at Food City. We have 2 lovely ladies just joined us here in the lobby. And you're first. And what's your name?
Stacy.
Hello, Stacy. How you doing? My name's Elvis. How you doing? Good. And they're laughing at me. I don't get like Elvis. And your name, ma'am?
June Carter Cash. No.
Miss June Carter. Because you're mine, I walk the line. And we got a couple ladies in here that are getting their vehicle serviced. That's a good thing. Super Saver Maintenance Club. So this really, and here's the thing, you can get it now, and it's good for 13 months. So
Yes.
this will put you through June of next year.
Yes, it's budgeting for the next year for your car repairs.
Sells them all the time. They sell a bunch of them at Christmas.
Yes.
Sell a bunch of them at, I know it sounds silly, but Valentine's, a very practical gift. And now Mother's Day is coming up. If you've got a mom that has a vehicle and it needs, make sure her car is in tip-top shape.
I think there's a free T-shirt for the next month that goes along with it too.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
Good. Free T-shirt.
Yeah.
So it's even more double XL, you think? Fit the old
we'll
cowboy.
get you a medium,
So be like up here.
a midriff.
So my Dunlap disease, my belly Dunlap's over my belt. Thank you. This guy's a piece of work. So that's our buddy Tim Smith, American Import and Auto Repair.
So I just got a little story.
Go ahead. He's getting ready to go down the wrong trail. Go
No,
ahead.
no, this is
right
a
in
good
front of
trail.
Stacy and June Carter Cash. Too. Go ahead.
We're talking about NASCAR making comeback and everything. I went to a local race over in Hickory 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Dirt
And
or
asphalt.
Asphalt. Okay.
Guess who was there?
Hmm?
Your favorite.
Kyle Busch was there.
Kyle Busch was there.
In Hickory, North
signing
Carolina.
autographs, and he was driving a race car.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, everybody says he's a mean, evil, nasty guy, and
He's not.
he was just as nice as you could be. I mean, people liked him. He would talk with you. It wasn't some big fence between everybody. He was out there and available for everybody, signing autographs, talking to people, shaking hands. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better ambassador for NASCAR than him.
That's what
I
they
mean,
gotta have more
here
of.
he is, a NASCAR champion, and he's at a little local track that you're not paying really much anything to get into.
The guy made $27 million last year, so he comes back down amongst the brethren and signs autographs. And see, when I'm around him up here at the track, and I say this all the time, the nicest guy in the world. It's yes or no, sir. His wife's awesome. Joe Gibbs told me that he does more for terminally ill kids than any of the 4 drivers he's got. But Kyle Busch wants to be known as the bad guy and the rowdy, and people don't like him. But I'm telling you, he does more. And when I'm up there around him at the track, man, I'm the announcer. I'm the bottom feeder. You know, it's like yes or no.
Nobody wants to talk to you.
No, but he treats you with respect.
Yeah,
it's
nice
yes
guy.
or no, sir.
Yeah,
and I'm Tom, and he's Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
But you're right. The guy gets out, signs autographs. He does more for terminally ill children, but he doesn't want anybody to know that because he wants the bad boy rowdy image. So
yeah.
So Busch was at Hickory signing autographs.
He was not just signing autographs. He drove a race car there.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So he was actually in the race.
He was in the race.
So that's cool too.
Yeah.
That is very cool. So that's
local racing. I mean, he could. The guy down the street's over there racing too, and he's racing against Kyle Busch, the NASCAR champion. How many times does that happen?
Not many. So, but the fact of the matter is, he goes back down amongst he doesn't
the
have
people.
to.
Yeah.
Now, another cool story about another driver. This is all we've talked about up there during all that rain 2 weeks ago. Chris Buescher, a guy that's a young driver. The campground flooded with all the rain we had up at the Speedway. The back campground's flooded. So he gets out, he gets a truck. And he didn't do it for PR. He just did it because he's a nice guy. But he got out in his pickup truck, borrowed one of the Chevy trucks from Champion, and went out there in the campground to help people get their stuff and move it up to higher ground. Used his pickup truck. He's out there,
He's
he
working.
signing autograph. It's like Saturday nights, Sunday nights, pouring down the rain. He's out there riding around helping people. See, that's what NASCAR's got to do.
Yeah.
On the flip
but these
side,
are the stories that need to get out.
Yeah. And on the flip side, I've seen drivers up this, a couple of weekends ago that had a group of people wanting an autograph, turned around, walked away.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to name names, but
people remember that.
People remember that.
Yeah.
So it's Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live. You're going to make an important auto repair. You going to come back in a few minutes?
I'd be happy to if you won't kick me out.
No, I got a man waiting on me in Virginia to talk to me about NASCAR. As a matter of fact, the NASCAR fans reporter. He said, "Can you call me at 11:30?" I said, "Absolutely." And right now it is 11:41, so that's probably why the phone's ringing. We'll take a quick break. You'll come back though, won't you?
Thanks. Yes, I'd be happy to.
Please, Daddy, come back.
I'd be happy to.
Thanks, Dad. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. It's the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 508 from American Import and Auto Repair. We'll be right back right after you hear and see this.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one-and-done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
We're back live again to the Tom Taylor Sports Show live at American Import Auto Repair. There on the screen, Mike Hedrick in Northern Virginia joins us live by phone. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Doing great. I'm not sure I'm doing as good as you with June Carter Cash right there and the fine ladies right there in the studio, but I'm doing pretty good over here.
I got Stacy and June Carter Cash. You got two ladies in here in the showroom working, so in the lobby, so hanging out with us, and you're there in Virginia. So let's go back and recap the racing at Richmond International Raceway over the weekend. What'd you think?
That was great racing. That's just down the street from us. They had the Toyota Owners 400. We talked last week how we thought that the Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas would be really good in Richmond. And for the most part, they were pretty good, but they didn't get the win. Pole setter Matt Kenseth led 164 laps early, but he cut a tire later on and wound up finishing 23rd. So to get on his 300th Monster Energy Cup Series start, Joey Logano in the 22 Penske Ford gets his very first win for this season. He wound up zooming past 6 cars that had stayed out in a final caution with just 16 laps to go, so that was really good for him. His teammate, Penske there, Brad Keselowski, comes up second. There's your Joe Gibbs, Hamlin, Stenhouse, Harvick in 5th, McMurray, Newman, Kurt Busch, Almirola, and Truex. So it was a great race. 9 drivers were in the lead. They switched that lead like 23 times, and there was 9 cautions. So it was a great race. To me, I think the biggest story was that orange commitment box. They had warned those drivers about that. It wasn't an orange cone. It was an orange square box that they had painted out there. And they told them in the drivers' meeting that all 4 tires have to be below that box or they have to be above that box if you're staying out. During the race, 6 drivers did get caught, including Truex, Almirola, Danica Patrick, Reed Sorenson. But really the biggest one had to have been Kyle Busch. He got tricked right there at the end of the race. Looked like Logano was going to come in. He didn't. Kyle didn't get his tires below. The penalty probably cost him the race. Later on after the race, he always there's little short, smug answers, and he said, what did he feel about that? And he said balls and strikes, like it was subjective. But to me, he had a couple tires over, so that was a strike, Kyle.
Yep. Yeah, he was wrong, and that's probably a tough pill to swallow because he was in contention to win the race. Again, we're talking to our buddy. Again, we're live here talking to Mike Hedrick in Northern Virginia, the NASCAR fans reporter. So you move. Let's talk about this for just a second. We've got the Hendrick team who did not have a good afternoon at all. You finish up, JJ was 11th. Chase Elliott finished, down through 24th. Dale Earnhardt Jr. at 30th. Casey Kane 22nd. So Hendrick, not a good afternoon at all at Richmond. So, having said all that, Dale Jr. announces his retirement. I think Casey Kane gets a reprieve because the heat's been on him, and now the heat's going to be on getting the right person in Junior's seat. So I think Casey Kane may get a break. They may give him another year because the focal point now is to get somebody in that 88 ride that's going to compete when Junior steps away at the end of the season. What do you think?
Yeah, and I agree 100% because Casey Kane would have been on my hot seat to pull up out of there, especially with all the young drivers coming up. But now that 88 car is going to be opening up, it's going to be paramount that they get a young driver but a really good driver. If you go back a little bit, give another year or two, then it might be a good time for that William Byron to get up in there. So he's already a Hendricks driver going with Junior Motorsports. So you may see him move up into Casey's Canes in a couple of years. I don't think they want to move him up just yet into that 88 car. So that's what I said last week. I think you're looking to get one of the young guns right now. Kyle Larson said over the weekend that he is very loyal to Chip Ganassi for taking such a big jump on him as a young age. So I think he's in place. I still think, my bet is, and it could, I'm just guessing here, I think it's going to be Ryan Blaney that's going to go over there. But I haven't heard anything, and I'm just guessing like a commentator.
We're talking to Mike Hedrick live in Northern Virginia, talking NASCAR here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live at American Import and Auto Repairs. So, if you do a stopgap for junior seat next year, you put a Alex Bowman in there. You may elevate Elliott Sadler, who's in the camp, driving for junior in JR Motorsports. Put him up there for a year. Groom William Byron. So, yeah, there's a lot of different options. Someone mentioned over the weekend Greg Biffle, and I don't see that happening because he just kind of disappeared off the radar when he stepped away from the sport. Someone also said even go get Mike Hedrick, that's you. Go get Carl Edwards.
Hey, that guy is available to drive the 88 car. I've got a lead right foot. Do you know that? You've seen it?
Yes.
I'm all on that. Yeah, that's a great rumor. I'm glad you started that.
You're in there. I've got you signed up and ready to go. I was talking about bringing Carl Edwards back, and I don't think he's interested in any way, shape, or form coming back unless Hendrick lures him big bucks in front of him. So it will be interesting to see. Richmond, I watched some of it on TV, a lot of empty seats. Again, a 60,000 seat facility was not even close to being full. So going forward, Junior's one of his last two runs at Talladega as a Cup driver. Do you think that you're going to see a spike in ticket sales from here on out because Junior's making his grand finale tour?
I think you will. I mean, there's a lot of people that haven't been to a race in a long time. I've got a couple of buddies of mine, and they're junior fans, and the economy hasn't been the best, so they haven't had that expendable cash a little bit. And they've already said that they're going to find a way to, the close tracks to me are again, you're going to be Bristol or Martinsville or Richmond or Dover for us around here. So yeah, I think that's going to spike it. Talladega should be just crazy this week. That's a home there for juniors, so it should be great there. So yeah, I think it's going to be his farewell tour from this point out, and I don't know whether he'll spike a lot of tickets, but I think you're going to see a lot more junior fans come out for sure. I think the racing is really good, and I think the racing, if people are paying attention to it and really watching it on TV, the racing has gotten better this last year. So that's reason enough really to come out and go to some of these tracks and check out the racing.
I would agree. I thought the Monday race up here at the Food City 500 was excellent racing. You had 7 or 8 guys that could have won that race, and it was won, of course, by Jimmy Johnson. So, yeah, I think the racing was great. I know the ticket sales, the phones are ringing at Bristol because, as we've said all week long, Dale Jr. coined the phrase, "It's Bristol, baby." That was what he said when he jumped out and won. I believe it was 04 he won the race. And so he loves this track. He said when he was a little boy, when Daddy would come up here and race, he'd always circle on the calendar Bristol because he wanted to come. So they're going to do a big tribute to him, I'm sure. But point to this, the phone is ringing at Bristol because folks want to see him at Bristol for his last Cup ride coming up August the 19th. So there is a spike of ticket sales already for Bristol, I can tell you that. We're talking to Mike Hedrick. He is live with us in Northern Virginia, the NASCAR fans reporter. Let's do a preview of Talladega. You mentioned Junior. He loves Talladega, does very well there. Who are some of the other guys you can count on to be in the mix to win the big race on Sunday at Talladega?
Well, they're all pretty good, and not only does Junior love Talladega, but Talladega really loves him. And it's a great track. My first time out there was in 2009. I actually went competing as a pit boss for NASCAR legend Jeff Hammond had a pit crew barbecue team at the time, and we went out there, hauled all the way out to Talladega for Dega Q, and we wound up taking 11th place out of 112 teams. So that would be like going a first race in the NASCAR and coming up with a 4th place finish. So we had a great time. It was great working with Jeff Hammond and all. Hey, also, last year here, well, at that same race, that was a race where Carl Edwards flipped up into the catch fence and all that. So not only did we compete, but every race that you go at Talladega, it can happen. Dega is the biggest. It's the fastest of all the Monster Cup racing tracks. It's 2.66 miles. And with those 33-degree turns, I mean, cars actually we all know they have to be slowed down with the restrictor plate races, or the restrictor plates. Keselowski won last year in the spring on his birthday, and Logano Hey, he won there in the fall, so those Penske cars are hot. But we know it's Talladega is Earnhardt country, so if Earnhardt gets out in the lead any at all, you're going to just hear that crowd go wild. Right now, we just talked, he's 24th in the standings. That's not very great compared to how he's normally run. But you know what? Don't count him out. Do not count him out. He may punch his ticket to the playoffs, right there at Talladega.
We mentioned, again, before I let you go, we mentioned the Rick Hendrick team struggling. The Gibbs guys haven't won this year. And, Stuart Haas Racing's not setting the woods on fire, nor is RCR. So, really, the hot team right now, without question, would be with Keselowski winning twice and Logano now winning once. So, 3 wins already under their belt. Team Penske's showing the way as being the strongest team right now so far in 2017.
And I agree. And also Ganassi, they don't have the wins as Penske does, but they are doing really well as too. Yeah, so those two teams are on fire, and the big guys have kind of been caught up with. I don't look for that to happen very long. I think whatever is slowing down or whatever ball that Gibbs and Hendricks has missed, they're going to catch back up. They're just too good organizations to let just somebody get a real long jump on them for too long of a time.
There you go. Mike Hendrick, great report, my friend. I know you've got lots going on up there in Northern Virginia. We appreciate you being a contributor. And, hey, we'll talk to you next week and see how things kind of shake out down in Talladega, all right?
It's going to be great racing. Y'all have a good time, and God bless you real good.
You got it. Good job. Mike Hendrick again with us live from Northern Virginia here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back, and we'll take a look at we're going to get a hold of Coach Robinson at Milligan College, talk about the Milligan College Buffaloes. He wants to talk a little hoops and summer camps, and we'll do that right after this. We're live at American Import and Auto Repair, home of the free loaner car program. June Carter Cash is here. Stacy's here. I'm here. Misty's here. Misty's been nice today. I like that. It's very nice. Are you over there? Oh, she's not even there. I was busting on she wasn't even there. Quick break. I'll be right back. We will talk some more. We got some NBA, some National Hockey League. College football, one of the Southeastern Conference football teams have named their stadium. A corporate sponsor steps up big bucks to name their stadium. We'll tell you who that is next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here are the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance. We follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We're live here at American Import and Auto Repair. Learn all kinds of things about June Carter Cash and Stacy. She get married, heading off to Georgia. Well, we'll just leave it to June Carter Cash. That sounds better. We like it. Thank you, Nancy. But Stacy's getting married. She's going off to Georgia, married a guy named Freddie Hancock. Was it Freddie Hancock? John Hancock. Gonna marry John. Yeah. I told her she gets some good insurance from John Hancock, so there you go. Where's that bell? All right. Let's talk about, again, one of the Southeastern Conference schools have sold out to a corporate sponsor, the University of Kentucky's football stadium. No longer a Commonwealth Stadium, is now going to be known as Kroger Field. How about that? So it's the first name change for the Commonwealth in 44 years, 12 years, almost $2 million a year they're going to pay to have their name on the field, called Welcome to Kroger Field. According to the deal, Kroger's going to be the official fuel partner, official nutrition and pharmacy, and official grocery store for Kentucky University, or University of Kentucky, and its athletic department. So that's going to go into effect immediately. With the change, Kentucky becomes the first Southeastern Conference school with corporate naming rights for their stadium, but not the first school even in its own state. You know, Louisville has the Papa John's Cardinal Stadium. Guess you know what that is. And Western Kentucky has the Houchins Industries L.T. Smith Stadium. But again, University of Kentucky Commonwealth Stadium is now going to be called Kroger Field. So I thought that was interesting. Tom Taylor Sports Show, thanks for being with us. Also, speaking of the colleges, here's a story of a young man out of Tennessee. 40-yard dash. 40-yard dash, which is not that far. The guy went 4.12 seconds in a 40-yard dash. John Ross. Christian Coleman, University of Tennessee track team. 40 yards in 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. We're done. Wow. Go 40-yard dash. Start the clock. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. Guy runs 40 yards in 4 seconds. That is picking them up, putting them down. Coleman, again, has won several events in the NCAA Indoor National Championships. He played football in Georgia, and so he is now at Tennessee. And why in the world Butch Jones wouldn't put him in a football uniform? The guy runs a 40-yard dash in 4 seconds. I'd put him on the field and give him the football and go, run, Forrest, run that direction. But we'll see. Misty, are you okay? She's not even over there. So anyway. Let's see what's going on in college basketball. Indiana looking for a big man because their big man's going to turn pro early. Tom Bryant, 6'10" power forward, leaving early, 2 seasons under his belt, and he's going to leave early and go and become a NBA possibility coming up in the NBA draft and the lottery pick. And so at 6'10", averaging 12 points and 6 rebounds a game. He's only 19 years old, so he's leaving Indiana early to go join the 2017 NBA draft. So that's not good news for the Indiana Hoosiers and the new coach. Of course, Tom Crean got fired. Archie Miller, the new coach for Indiana, and that's not good news for him and his team, because I'm sure he's going to try and build his team around the guy in the middle at 6'10", and he has said, no, we're out of there. On a sad note, we told you this yesterday, but in case you missed it, I want to go back and tell you again. NASCAR John Andretti, a longtime driver, has been diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. He is going through chemo. He has kind of disappeared, and he's kind of come off the public grid, and so he's in North Carolina. He's home taking chemo. And so, again, he said he wanted to come out and talk about it, stage 4 colon cancer, to educate folks how important it is to get your colon cancer screenings. So John Andretti, again, diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer, which obviously he says, I'm going to fight for my life. He's taking chemo beginning as early as yesterday. So we wish the very best for him. That's obviously not good news, and that is a tough situation. NBA basketball last night. We told you Cleveland, the Cavaliers. You like basketball, Stacey? You into basketball? Could care less. Good. Got you. I can just see with your look. 116-105. It was Cleveland leading the best of 7 over Toronto, winning that game. Houston last night, all over the San Antonio Spurs. 126-99. My Spurs took a whooping. And so Houston leads that best of 7, 1 games to none. Washington and Boston tonight. Celtics lead that one 1-0. They'll play that one in Beantown. And also tonight, Utah and Golden State will crank up their best of 7 game 1 tonight, and the Golden State Warriors, most figure, will be in that NBA championship final matchup representing the Western Conference. So they'll start tonight in the best of 7 in Golden State against the upstart and the surprise Utah Jazz. So that's what's going on there in the NBA. In the National Hockey League last night, Washington goes into Pittsburgh and skates past the Penguins 3-2 in overtime. Penguins lead that series 2 games to 1. And tonight, on the ice, Ottawa skates in New York. Again, that one's being led by Ottawa. The Senators lead that best of 7, 2 games to none. And St. Louis skates in Nashville against the Predators. The Blues and the Preds tonight. And you have, in that particular series, you have the Predators leading the best of 7, 2 games to 1. They'll skate tonight in Nashville. So, again, the Predators and the St. Louis Blues on the ice tonight in the capital city here in Tennessee. Tom Taylor Sports Show, thanks for being with us here again on this Tuesday, May the 2nd, 2017. We've got high school sports to talk about. We've got a chance for you to win a Porsche 2017 Porsche Boxster car. I'm going to tell you all about that coming up. Also, we will tell you where you can play golf and do it for a great cause coming up again. That will be this coming Sunday. Also, the Grip Energy Drink, our title sponsor. Our show brought to you by Grip Energy Drink. Coming up this coming Saturday will be the Grip Energy Drink All-Star Tour coming to the Kingsport Speedway, featuring the Southeast Super Truck Series presented by Food City. Bring the whole family for a fun-filled, action-packed best short track racing in the South. Grandstands open at 12:30 on Saturday. Qualifying starts at 5 o'clock, featuring the Southeast Super Trucks, Super Stocks, Carolina Vintage, Mini Cups, and front-wheel drives. General admission is $12. Seniors, $8. Kids 6 to 12 are $6, and 5 and under are free. That's this coming Saturday. The Grip Energy All-Star Tour coming to the Concrete Jungle, the Kingsport Speedway, coming up again this coming Saturday, May the 6th, again at the Concrete Jungle, as we call it, the good folks at Kingsport Speedway. Tom Taylor Sports Show, quick break. We'll be right back. We'll check in with Bill Robinson, head basketball coach at Milligan College. He's got some camps he wants to talk about. He joins us next on show number 508 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
The deals are heating up for Truck Month at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Over 300 new Chevys to choose from, all with incredible savings. $11,000 off MSRP on 16 Silverado All-Star Crew Cabs. Check out the savings online at championjc.com. 16 Silverado Crew Cab, $33,685. 16 Track, $17,460. 16 Equinox, $21,615. 16 Traverse, $27,365. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back live again to the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We are live again at American Import and Auto Repair. Tomorrow, Chick-fil-A will be there at the Crossings, North Johnson City. Thursday, at Champion Chevrolet, and Friday to Food City near you. So we want to go to the phone. He's there. Love talking to this guy. Great friend and a great Christian man. Head coach of the Milligan College men's basketball team, Coach Bill Robinson. Coach, good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Great, Tom. How you doing?
Just fine, sir. Appreciate you very much. And let's jump in and talk. It's camp season. It's always a fun time at Milligan. Get these kids lined up and ready for camp. So give us an overview about your camp program this summer.
Camps have really taken off, Tom. We've had a great spring so far, and we've got 5 different camps, 2 here on campus and then 3 here locally. And we've already got 160-plus kids signed up, which we're about twice where we were this time last year. So I'm very encouraged, and word must be getting out, and I think got to thank you for your plugs for our camp as well. I think that's had a lot to do with it too, but we're really looking forward to a great summer camps.
Yep, and I know we're going to come back over and broadcast the camps again this year. Now, you're going to be on the main campus at Milligan, but you've also doing some satellite camps around the area too. Is that correct?
We do, and we've had some people who have asked us to come out and do clinics, or have asked us to come and just kind of start relationships off campus, and those relationships have led into camps. And we've been doing one at Colonial Heights the last week of July for, I guess, 4 or 5 years, and people in Gray heard about it, and then some people in Unicoi heard about it too. So we're actually going to have a first time we've ever had a camp in Unicoi, and our second year in Gray. But the Gray week will be the last week of May 29th through June 2nd at Gray Elementary, and then our first camp here at Milligan will be June 5th through the 9th, and we'll get a little time off for me to go to Carolina camp and get a week off to see a niece get married, and then first week of July we'll be back in Unicoi for the first time we've done one there, and then second week of July we'll be here for our second camp at Milligan, and then finish up the summer July 24th through the 28th at Colonial Heights Christian Church.
Boy, it's a lot of basketball, but again, it's a great time. I know firsthand the little people love coming to your camp. And for folks out there who have never been to a Milligan basketball camp, Coach, give us kind of an overview, because it's a lot of instruction, but it's a lot of fun too, and the kids love it.
Yeah, I tell the kids I liken it just the opposite of school, because we teach just a little bit and then have recreation the rest of the day. But we still want to make it very informative. We will find where the kids are athletically, and it is co-ed, so we'll have a wide variety of ages, wide variety of abilities. The ages are 7 to 17. We split up into 3 different groups, and we do a little bit of transition, stretching, stuff like that in the morning, get into stations, shooting competitions. We do some master teaching in the afternoon, and then play games. And the 2 camps that we have here on campus, we actually swim in the pool from 3 to 4 in the afternoon for those who want to swim, and then send the kids home. But we provide lunch all 5 days for camp, and camp basketball, which came in today. Actually, I just posted something on our Facebook page today about our camp. The new camp basketballs have arrived, and we give them a T-shirt and an evaluation for each individual kid. So our staff love camp. I still love camp, so I think the kids realize that when people are enjoying what they're doing, they have fun too.
Here's the thing about the camp again, that the little people came and they saw your daughter and they saw Will and they saw them, and then when they came back, we came back to watch you guys play last year, and they said, hey, you know, we saw them because of camp. And so it's just an instant. We talked about this earlier in the show, how the drivers got to get back out there and press the flesh to get the fans back. Well, that's what you've done, because my little people in particular, they've met your daughter Sarah, who's an outstanding player for the Lady Buffs, met some of the guys, Tyler Nichols and the guys, and so now they want to come back and watch you guys when you play. That's what it's all about. So they're building relationships with your kids. Your kids are building relationships with these campers.
Yeah, we've even been, some of the boy campers that come, we actually bring them to the locker room before the game so they can shake hands and see what we do, and they're not going to see or hear anything in the locker room that they wouldn't see in church. I mean, our guys got good guys, and the opportunity to kind of get behind the scenes too allows them to see what college basketball is all about, and hopefully it will get them excited about basketball, something that they'll want to continue to do.
We're talking to Bill Robinson, the Milligan men's basketball coach. We're live at American Import and Auto Repair, home of the free loaner car program. And thank you. We pushed it hard. We're going to start pushing it really hard again for your camp. So if we can get 1 or 2 campers over there, then we've done our job. And I'm going to endorse it again. It's a phenomenal camp. Great kids. I love your Christian challenge. You always stop the camp and talk about the Lord Jesus, which I think is awesome. So you always give a personal challenge. So that's good stuff. And so it's a good all the way around. Plus to get a basketball at the end of camp and a T-shirt too, right?
Exactly. My mom used to call them halftime talks, where we just take 10 minutes and just give a Bible story or just tell some relational stories, whether it's about my life or about one of my staff's lives, and about their relationship with Jesus and how he's impacted their lives. It gives their kids a better perspective of what's really out there. It's not just about basketball. If we can use basketball as a tool, but we don't want to allow basketball to use us. We just want to follow the Lord's will and what he's got for our lives, and he can make basketball something that can be part of our life for a long time, like it has with me.
He's the King of King and Lord of Lords. Talking again to Coach Robinson, Milligan men's basketball coach. Yeah, the camp's great. Your devotions are great. Let's talk recruiting for a minute. How are things going right now for Milligan men's basketball here in the off-season as far as recruiting?
It's been a really interesting year. We only had one senior graduate, and we filled his spot with Trey Johnson, a kid from Northern Guilford, pastor's kid, a kid that I've known. He actually played for Bill Chambers, who played at North Carolina for Dean Smith, and has become a friend of mine I've known through camp. And we just connected with Trey. Super competitive kid, not somebody who'd walk in and say he's the best player on the floor, but he just knows how to win. Can play 3 positions. He's 6'3" guard, but he can play the 1, 2, and the 3. And we're really excited about him coming in. And to be honest, that's where it stopped right now. We've got one spot open. We've got a really, really quality list of 2018 kids, and we're trying to save some money for them. But if the right kid came along right now, and we had a JUCO kid that we've been talking to that actually told us today that he's not interested, and we had another kid we made an offer to from the Nashville area who just felt a little too far away from home. So we're in a really good position in the fact that I love the team that I have coming back, and if we find somebody to fit that one last piece, we can do that, but we don't necessarily need that right now.
We're talking to Bill Robinson, the men's basketball coach at Milligan College. We're live here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 509. They said it wouldn't work. We're going strong, Coach. So when do you want me out there to broadcast from your camp? What's the week you want me out there?
Well, we've got the June 5th to the 9th week would be great if you want to do that one. I think we did the July week last year, which would be the corresponding date would be that 10th through the 14th. That'll be the bigger camp. And I definitely would want you that camp would be the week I would prefer. I just think that's going to be a great camp. We've already got close to 50 kids signed up for that week, and I think it could be pushing 85 to 100, I think, by the time we get done.
Got to give you a quick testimony of the little one, the little person. Comes to your camp last summer, gets the fever playing basketball. Then I put her into the upward program at Trinity Baptist in Jonesboro, and so the first game out, she scores 12 points, comes off the floor and winks at me. She says, "I got this." So she loves it. She can't wait to get out there. So your instruction last summer got her springboarded into playing basketball at upward at Trinity Baptist in Jonesboro. So kudos to you for that. So yep, circle them. I'll be out there. What'd you say, June 5th through the 9th? Is that correct? June 5 through 9?
Yeah. Yep, that's the first one. Yeah, that would be great.
I'm there. So before I let you go, again, tell us how we can find out, even in the off season, all we need to know about Milligan basketball.
The website is www.milliganbuffs, as in Buffaloes, milliganbuffs.com. And all the information about camp is on there. You just go to the Inside Athletics link, and there's a link to camps. And there's some information about the men's soccer camps that they'll be doing this summer. So they're both right there on that link. And we've got all 5 weeks, all the information you need. And if you need anything else, all my information is on their contact information. You can email me or text me, and be glad to get back to you.
Class act. I appreciate you, my friend. And I guess when you go to Chapel Hill to work that Tar Heel basketball camp, it's going to be a happy time because you're going to be over there working with the national champions. That's going to be pretty exciting.
It is. It'll be the third time that we've had camp after winning the national championship. It just changes everything. The spirit's different, and everybody's just excited, and it's a lot of fun, and it just brings a whole different energy. So we're really excited about that. It'll be just a neat time to be able to see them. Of course, they've got a great class coming in and expect to be really good again next year. So at that level, it never stops.
There you go. Coach, thank you, my friend. I'll talk to you soon, and appreciate all you do for the kids in this community, all right?
Thanks, Tom. Talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Good man right there. Again, our buddy, Coach Bill Robinson. We appreciate him very, very much, and we had a chance to talk with him, of course, in Milligan College. We're live here again at the Tom Taylor Sports Show. All right, let me do my due diligence. Can I do that? Let me get him. Hit that button. You're back on now. That's good. You're now on. You are the king. Hit that big fat red button. There we go.
All right.
The red button. How you doing, Tim?
Good. How are you, Tom?
I'm doing great. There you are, Tim Smith. Let me get you back over here.
Where's your big cowboy hat?
Cowboy hat's right here. Now let me do my due diligence about my hair, would you please? You want to read this? I'll read it. You want to read it?
You can read it.
Thank you. Pantene Beautiful Links. What we're doing this for, PanteneBeautifulLinks.com. When it gets the appropriate length, we'll cut it off, and it's going to be used for wigs for ladies going through cancer treatment with chemo or radiation. Lost a dad and a mom both to cancer, so I figured that's my small way of giving back. So once it gets the appropriate length, we'll go to Cherokee Barbershop, let him whack it off, we'll start all over. And again, go to PanteneBeautifulLinks.com. They're working with American Cancer Society. Touch it again, I'll kill you. And high quality wigs by our partner Hair You Wear. And so then it'll go to a lady affected by hair loss from cancer through chemo and radiation. So there you go. I give that plug every day, and hopefully it'll happen soon so I can get this whacked off.
Hair plug?
Hair plug, yeah, because it's getting hot for the summertime, and so I'm ready to whack it. All right, Tim Smith, we're here live at American Import Auto Repair. Tell me again about this is a good deal. Tell me about this Super Saver Maintenance Club. We got 2 kids waiting in the wings to talk to us. Let me put it up here. And go ahead and talk, would you please?
Somebody wants to see your finger.
There you go. It says sample. I like how Misty wrote this thing up. Do not sell, sample. So there you go. Go ahead, take it away.
What this is Super Saver. $519 value for 99 cents. $99, not 99 cents. It's basically a year's worth of maintenance.
Are you
all
nervous?
plugged
You're acting like
into
you're
one.
nervous, you okay?
No, I just don't have my glasses on.
Oh, here, you want mine? Try these. These are...
I don't want women's glasses.
Just wear them. It'll help you because you're stammering and stumbling, so go ahead and do that. There you go. Good.
Oh.
Clear?
If I get all the fingerprints off of it, yeah.
Go ahead.
$15 off a BG induction service. It's good to keep the intake of your car clean and everything like that, and we give you money off of that. You don't need it this week, but $10 off the AC service is pretty cool, pretty important. And if you have a big bill here, you get $30 off anything over $300. So free brake inspection, free alignment, all kinds of stuff on here to keep your car running and keep it safe and on the road.
There you go.
For the summer.
For example, 4 oil changes, 2 of those come with tire rotations. It's good for 13 months, correct?
Yes.
13 months, starting, so if you bought it today, it goes through June of next year. Can use multiple vehicles. If you got someone going off
Any
to college.
vehicle, you can give it to your neighbor if you want.
Yeah. Super Saver Maintenance Club is an awesome deal. Mother's Day is right around the corner. If you want to get a practical gift for mom, get her a Super Saver Maintenance Club. Yep. It's regular $5.19. It's $99.
Yes.
What?
Get her a sampler thing and put it in between the roses.
There you go. Flowers, candy, and a Super Saver Maintenance Club.
That's
Can't go
perfect.
wrong.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Women like chocolate.
Chocolate. Women like chocolate. All right. So, Miss
So
Brittany,
Tom,
you like chocolate? Are you a chocolate lady? Yeah, let's see, ladies like chocolate. Michael, you like chocolate? Okay, good. So there you go. Or Father's Day is coming up, too, right around the corner. So Super
That's
Saver
true.
Maintenance Club, or just for any reason. They sell a pile of these right here at American Import and Auto Repair, home of the free loaner car program.
What's this deal with Grip? You get a Grip.
Yeah, it's an energy drink.
Have you tried it? Is it good?
And Mother's Day is coming up next, and Father's Day is in June. Can we send her to Roanoke for pizza? Really, can we? Can we just send her on down the trail?
I put duct tape on her mouth, but she took it off.
Let's send her to Chattanooga for chicken tenders. Let's put her on the road.
Can she go see the Raiders play?
Yeah, not with me. She's not. So I don't know who she's going with, but it won't be with me. Super Saver, she had her chance. Super Saver Maintenance Club. Again, club card expires 14 months from date of purchase. And so, but anyway, Grip Energy Drink, get them at Food City. So
really?
Good stuff. Yeah, good. You got
have
pink
you had
grapefruit,
them?
Pineapple, lemon, lime, root beer, and
What's
white
your
grape.
favorite?
Oh, root beer, no question.
Root beer's good.
Good for you.
I like
Makes
root
your
beer.
hair shiny. We
Yeah.
done? I have some
we
in the
have-
trunk, Misty. I'm going to bring you some here in just a minute.
We actually have a way to get a free gift. If you guess how many jelly beans are in our jar over there, you can actually win $100 cash.
Are you being serious?
I'm being
Are you
serious.
funny? You never know when you're being serious.
I'm being dead serious.
Dead serious. So you guess
So
how many
rather-
jelly beans in the
you
jar and win
guess how
$100
many-
cash?
Misty?
Wow. Misty,
Yeah.
can I have a...
Bring the jelly beans over.
bring jelly beans, I'm going to guess. Michael, help me with this. We'll split it. Hey, if we win it, we'll split it. We'll split it, all right?
Yeah, he'll give you the
Brittany
jelly
will split it
beans and he
three-way.
gets the money.
Yeah. How many jelly beans are in the jar? First prize, $100 gift card. Second prize, $50 gift card. And under 12 years old, a $25 gift card. There it is on camera. So let me pull it back right there. There you go.
Easy for
Guess.
you to see.
Yeah. So what do you think? Go for it, Brittany.
Over 5.
Over 500?
Over 5.
Okay. I'll go ahead and fill it out for you. She's going to go 217. Misty, we need 2 more entry for it. When are we giving this away, by the way? Okay. June 30th.
It goes away.
What'd you say the
Yeah.
magic number was? 217 for her. Okay, can I have 2 more, please? We're on live. It's a slow day at American Import. We're guessing jelly beans.
305. That's your weight. That's not the one for that.
Ouch. Okay, Tom Taylor. I don't know what her email address is. You'd have to ask her. All I know is
You
her
don't want
name.
to put that on the air.
No, it's
She might
privacy
get
thing,
weird stuff.
confidentiality.
Yeah.
And then Michael, we're sending you to Chattanooga here in just a second. Michael. Michael Bates.
Please send her.
Michael Bates. How many jelly beans, Coach? 430. Okay. You have to get his
What
email
somebody
address.
guessed like 17,000, and I'm thinking that's
so-
probably not it.
How many jelly beans are in the jar? I'm going to roll with this puppy, and I'm going to go.
You
You
could
said
count
what?
'em.
217. You said 430. This is like the Price is Right for like the Showcase Showdown. Without going over. 430 is probably going to be pretty close. Let's see.
Is that how many you'll eat, or is that how many's in
I
there?
love jelly beans. 217, 430. I'm going to split hairs. I'm going to go. Let's put down Tim's weight. 364.
We had a lady come in here, and she says she was a regular. She says, "I'm going to guess, but the only thing I really want is after we're done." She wanted the jelly beans. She sit there. She ate all the jelly beans.
Really?
She really did. She was a sweet lady.
Just a hungry lady. Just a hungry lady. All right, Tim, I'm gone. You want to come back and talk to us a few more minutes in a little while because we have 2 guests ready to go, and
they're tired of waiting. I think they're
tired
getting
of waiting.
mad.
Michael, I put it up there. So, and you have my email address.
So, are you going to that basketball camp? Are you going to actually learn how to play?
I'm going to broadcast. Yeah,
You gonna play?
I played in college. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
What'd you end up doing there? Any scholarships or?
Yes, I did.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm. I cut that finger off. You didn't
Really?
know that, did you?
No,
The
I
wood
didn't.
Splitter. See there?
You're just full of all kinds of
Well,
stuff.
you
You
take me
just
down
don't know.
these primrose paths. Say goodbye so we go to the break. I don't care about my finger being cut off. Say
Well,
goodbye.
you got your
We're going to
finger-
take a break. We'll be right back. We'll come back and be joined by Michael and Brittany next here. God, send him to Chattanooga for chicken tenders. Can he go with you to go to Chattanooga get chicken tenders? We'll be right back on the Top Dollar Sports Show.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
We're back live again to the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We is live, and there she is. Look at that young lady right there. Hi, Miss Brittany. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
You're awesome, and we're awesome. And let me hit this button right here. So you are now on the air. There we go. This young lady does a phenomenal job right down the road here at Trinity Baptist Church. She is the children's director. Is that correct? The official title? I don't know. I just know the two little people love this lady. It's like, can we go see Miss Brittany? It's like, yes, okay. So they're all about seeing this young lady. She does a phenomenal job. Was it a couple of weeks ago you were throwing, what was he threw up against the wall in Sunday school? It was taco shells?
Yes, tortillas.
I loved it. I pick them up. I said, what'd y'all do? So we threw tortilla shells in class. I said,
that might be all they remember from that lesson.
That's my kind of class. That's redneck right there, throwing tortilla shells. But she always thinks out of the box. It's really cool stuff. So anyway, she does a great job, and we wanted her buddy Michael's going to be here in a minute to talk about a new race or a different time and a setting for a road race for a very deserving young man. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but I want her to come on and talk about VBS. Charles Stanley says, I'm a big fan of Charles Stanley. Charles Stanley says probably the most important outreach program of a church is Vacation Bible School. And get them when they're young and get them to make a commitment to the Lord. So, and I'm all about that. So VBS is coming up. It's right down the road here in Jonesboro. So without further ado, jump in there and go and tell us about the cool things happening at VBS when it happens in June. Is that right?
Yes. Well, our VBS is going to be very cool this year, and we are exploring the coolest book in the world.
Amen. Preach it.
And our theme this year is Operation Arctic. We do Answers in Genesis every year, so this year the theme is Operation Arctic, and that hence the exploring the coolest book on the planet. So we are very excited about that. It's June 11th through the 15th, and it goes from about 6:15 to 8:45. We try to have everybody out at 8:45, even though it gets really exciting and really fun, and sometimes we're a little late, but that's okay. So it's for ages 3 years through upcoming 6th graders, and they'll go around in a group. They'll be, penguins or polar bears or whatever the case may be, and they'll go around with their group all week, and they'll have lesson time, they'll have craft time, music, and games. So it's a lot of fun. It's a long time. It's a long week. Everybody's a little tired at the end, but it's a wonderful, wonderful week, and we have a great time. So trying to think what other little plugs. Oh, we have on Friday night, so our Vacation Bible School is Sunday to Thursday, but on Friday night we have a big VBS celebration, and it's at Wetlands Water Park. We have the whole water park to ourselves from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and the children and their families are all welcome to come, and they have a wonderful time. Who doesn't like having Wetlands Water Park to themselves? So it's a good time.
Absolutely. Now, do you go down the slides, the tubes, and all that?
I avoid getting in that cold water as much as possible. I will not lie.
There you go. In the lazy river, because that water is cold.
It's very
spring
cold.
fed or whatever, because it is cold water. Wetlands
It's like
water
snowy
park.
mountain water fed.
Snowy mountain water. There's a country song in there somewhere. It's Snowy Mountain Water. So, anyway, they're going to have fun and learn about the Lord all week, and then cap it off with a trip to Wetlands Water Park at the end of the week in June. Again, we're talking, obviously on the screen you see Brittany Carson from Trinity Baptist Church, and so I got to tell you, you do things out of the box, out of the norm, and it really creates. You're trying to get these kids' attention, and you do a great job with it. So you got to kind of think outside of the box to keep them engaged in what you're doing, right?
Yeah. We're not always outside the box. Sometimes we're normal, but I try to be a little outside the box if possible.
And it works. Kids love it. I know my two love getting down there to see what's going on at Trinity Baptist Church when they get a chance. And so it all got started. And when we get Michael on here in a little while talking about Upward, it all got started with Upward Basketball, which is another great outreach. So over the years, you have seen kids make decisions for the Lord as a result of Vacation Bible School, right?
Yes.
And that's what we want. That's the name of the game, to make sure their eternal destination has been decided. That's the name of the game. So what's coming up between now and then? What else you got going on at the old church house?
Oh, goodness. We have a 6th grade banquet coming up this Friday that celebrates our 6th graders. We're taking a field trip on Saturday with them and some of our youth because they're transitioning to the youth group. And the rest of May is just everybody is extremely busy in May. So we try not to plan too much in May, and then we have VBS in June. So our registration for VBS does start this weekend, this Sunday. I think that's May 6th or 7th. May 7th. Anybody got a calendar?
May 7th, yes.
The 7th. So you can register your child anytime starting on Sunday at trinity3e.org. So we'll have a rotator on there, and you can just click on the link and register your child. And that'll be done. And when you come into Vacation Bible School, your child can come right in and get their name tag and go straight to their group. It's much easier than waiting in line.
A lot of the churches use the same curriculum, but these guys take it. This is different. I don't know what it is about it. I guess it's this lady, but it's different. And she has a great bunch of volunteers to help out. So wasn't that long ago you had the youth kind of did their own Sunday service. Is that right? Is it coming up?
Yes, they did it this past Sunday.
Sunday.
Michael can talk a little bit about that. It was a wonderful Sunday, a wonderful time of worship, just very dynamic and just different, and it was great to have a different time but still have wonderful worship. So.
At the Lowe's stoplight in Jonesboro, hang a right, and there it is. I mean, they do a great job. It's because this young lady, and I want to ask you real quick, you have spent some time overseas, so this young lady has done mission work firsthand. She's been in the trenches and been overseas. Where were you? Somewhere in Africa, right?
Yes, I was in Cameroon, West Africa, with the Peace Corps. Not technically the mission field, but I was in the Peace Corps.
But it was a mission field.
It was a mission field. Yes.
Turned out to be, wasn't it? Yes. So she was working the Peace Corps in Cameroon, West Africa. So you put your little people around people going, okay, has she been in the trenches and been somewhere? Yeah, been to West Africa for how long?
Almost 2.5 years.
So coming back to Jonesboro. She's come back with a passion, and it's obvious. So they do a great job there at Trinity. So one more time, Vacation Bible School starts. What's the dates again?
June 11th through the 15th.
June 11th through the 15th. You got to check them out. Website is
www.trinity3.org.
She is a marketing machine. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come right back. We'll switch gears. Thank you, by the way, for coming up here.
No problem.
She is a marketing machine, I'm telling you. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. And Michael's going to join us about a really cool race that you want to get involved in to help a deserving young man. And he'll talk a little bit more about that church as well. Tomorrow, we'll be at Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City. See, Joe Avento is going to be there tomorrow from Johnson City Press talking about East Tennessee State Buccaneer football. We got Gerald Sensabaugh going to be there tomorrow from Crockett, the football coach. And we got some more folks lined up ready to go tomorrow. Again, let's see, Dave Onge's going to be there. Greg Salyer talking Major League Baseball. All the regulars going to be there tomorrow at Chick-fil-A. Thursday, we're going to be at Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Motor Mile, Johnson City. And then Friday, a Food City to be determined. Last week we were in Food City in Clinchfield Street in Kingsport with the Midnight Madness sales, so we're all over the place. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We go from Brittany Carson to Michael Bates here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at FCA.org.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
We're back live again to the American Import and Auto Repair. There he is on screen, Michael Bates with the red, black, and blue race for Ian. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Doing great.
Yep. Appreciate you stopping by here again. He's got a road race we're going to talk about coming up here in a few minutes. But first, Brittany kind of handed it off to you like a good handoff of football about the Youth Sunday last week. You were involved in that with your kids. Tell me about that, would you please?
Yep, there's a time just where the youth led every aspect of worship, from ushers to greeting to announcements, singing, praise band, prayers, reading of the scripture, and then I brought the message. But they also, as part of the message, they did a demonstration from the mighty acts of God from Adam and Eve all the way to the resurrection of Jesus Christ. It was a great time. And we spoke on the awesomeness of God. Can't get any better than that.
Cannot get any better. So give me some tidbits, because I wasn't there. Give me some tidbits of your sermon talking about the awesomeness of God, because we can do that here on this show.
All right. I'll just give a few fun facts how we started off. It said, with Scripture, in the beginning, God. Genesis 1:1. We went from there. And we stopped it right there and said, now let's preach on that part. And we just gave a little analogy of the latest NASA and scientific discoveries as they estimate 306 sextillion stars in the universe. Here's the fun fact. Here's the awesome fact. Our human language, from past and present, only has about 20 million words total. 306 sextillion, right? Stars. Psalm 147:4 says, He counts the stars and He knows them by name. Even God's language is awesome. We can just take it from there.
There you go. I mean, it's incredible. I always say, if you don't think there's a God, just walk out and look. And I was telling the girls the other day in the backyard, I said, all right, dogwood tree, double knockout roses, pine trees, pin oaks. I said, made all those in one day, all the different species, all the different varieties. And I said, name me 5 animals, and named them. I said, every one of them had a different defense mechanism. They all have different ways they eat and feed and reproduce. Some come with litter, some come with whatever. And I said, he did all that in one day. So the awesomeness of God is unbelievable. So anyway, that's pretty cool. And so I'm sure it was well received, was it not?
It was really good, put that way. Not what I did. It's just the awesomeness of God. You not go wrong with that.
It is unbelievable. So, and all you got to do around here is just go outside and look. Just take a drive and look at the mountains and look at the rivers, and it's awesome, no question. He's awesome. So we're talking to Michael Bates and the red, black, and blue race for Ian. Tell me what this is all about.
All right. Well, our youngest, he was born with hemophilia, severe hemophilia A. What that is his DNA does not produce factor A, and that's a clotting agent which you need to clot your blood.
Right.
from anywhere from joint bleeds to just bruises, or of course everybody usually thinks of a cut or something. Of course that's major. It does not stop. He has to have factor VIII to have joint bleeds to stop, to bruises to stop, to bleeding to stop. So it's a pretty serious thing. He is a little bit closer than the average person to expiring sooner than anyone else. It's a very dangerous thing. There's only 20,000 in America that has hemophilia. But now severe hemophilia is even smaller. And so what we do is he has a under the skin port to help, because the medicine has to go intravenously, and we inject him every other day and sometimes every day with this medicine we use called Eloctate, and it gives him factor VIII, and it lasts for about a day, and it slowly dissipates throughout the hours. And so the doctors allow us to do that to keep him from bleeding, keep him from getting joint bleeds. And here's the kicker: the medicine, preventative medicine we give him, is $2,000 a dose, and he does
a dose,
and it's if he does normal, no major injuries, that's $312,000 a year. There's no one in there. I know not many people with that budget, right? So we have a good insurance. We got to pay our part. The money that we raise for this race is for research and for education. We can make our payments. We have good insurance. What does enough for us. We don't receive any of the money. All the money goes to Tennessee Hemophilia Bleeding Disorder Foundation. Oh, that's a mouthful. It's THBDF. That's a short thing for it. So we wanted to do something for the hemophilia community, and that's a local chapter for us. It's in Nashville, and so the THBDF Foundation there, as we send them all the money, they send people down to help us run the race and and set up booths to give information about what hemophilia is and all the ins and outs. And anyway, that's what the money is raised for. Now, the race has been going on for 9 years. This is year number 10. It has always been, the last 9 years, the first Saturday in November. We always have to deal with rain, snow, sleet, cold, extremely cold, dimension cold weather. Yes. Runners don't tend to like cold weather. And so we decided for the 10th year, let's just move it. And it's close to Flag Day, so we're changing the name of the race. It used to be just called Race for N. Now it's the Red, Black, and Blue, since that's what he has to deal with in his whole life. Red, Black, and Blue Race for N. And now it's the third Saturday from now on in June. And for this year, it's June 17th. You can see all the information about that. He has a community Facebook link called Race for N. He also, you can sign up, runtricities.org. That's a big runners thing around here, and has all the information to sign up. Print off your paper, sign up, mail it in to us, and you'll be signed up. Or there's a link to sign up online where you can pay online through Active Community Run Events, or not Run Events, but Active Run. That's what it's a big corporation that handles that for us. And that's it in a nutshell.
What time's the race on June 17th? Morning?
8 a.m.
8 o'clock.
Yep. And registration, of course, if they want late registrations, there'll be a little extra cost because of late registration. But it's $20 for regular, $25 for late registration. And what that is, it's a 5K. For those who don't know what that is, it's a 3.1 mile race. And it starts at Trinity. Then the police close down Headtown Road for us. And it ends at Trinity. And we go right back inside. We cool off, get some refreshments. They're free for you. T-shirts. Those who pre-register, you're guaranteed a race shirt. And also, in the parking lots where you don't have to worry about traffic or police, we also have a fun mile run within the confines of Trinity Baptist Church for those kids who want to do that, or somebody wants to walk. And once again, it's the same price, $20, but everybody, they get a T-shirt if they pre-register too for the Race for N. And so there it is.
So you're talking 17, that's 45 days out from today.
Yeah, was that about 6 weeks, somewhere around there?
Yeah.
Yep.
And today the 2nd?
Yep.
I'm doing my Western
Right
Cipher without taking off my boots. It's 17 to 17 is 30. Back up. 17 minus 2 is 45 days out.
So we're hoping this changes the date, get more runners, and it's a little bit warmer. And we always ran into a part we couldn't get a lot of high schools and schools to run because that was their regionals or state weekend.
Middle of their season.
So now we're moving up and we'll see how this works, and we're going to try this for a while. But like I said, all the proceeds go not toward N, not to us. It is strictly for the foundation, Tennessee Hemophilia and Bleeding Disorder Foundation.
Can I bring my show there? Can I come broadcast that morning?
Yes, you can. That'd be great.
I want to do that. I'm going to come out there and, I don't know, say once they shoot the gun, they take off running. How long do you think it take them to come back through?
Well, the fastest anybody's ever done that. It's a hard race. It's a hilly race on purpose because we want to say, just as this race is hard, it has some hard things he goes through. And so usually it's around 18, 19 minutes. The fastest has been 17, but it's 19 minutes, then it goes all the way up to about 40, 45 minutes into the race, 50 minutes for
How many folks do you typically have as far as runners?
Well, counting the mile run too, it's about 100, 110, so we're trying to boost that up a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get more, absolutely.
But here's what's neat. We have a lot of people who donate or help sponsor and put their name on the shirt. We take those, and you can contact us if they're interested in help sponsoring the race, get their name on the shirt too, and that's where you make most of your money. I mean, the races, the $20 per person is great, helps out, but the sponsors really help out a lot, and they get to, like I said, be on the shirt and promote their whatever facility they do. But if you were interested in that, it's at the contact information or email and all that stuff is out at runtricities.org or on Facebook. Races info. Now, interesting thing about the Race for N on the Facebook is we got some videos of past. We make videos for every year. What's he been going through this year? We show it at the race, and then when the race is over, then we put it online for people to watch it for if they want to see what's going on. Pictures of what his life is going on this past and present. and also other links, to sign up for the race also. And that's at his Facebook at Race for N.
I'm in. I want to be a part of this. This is awesome. So it's the red, black, and blue Race for Ian on June the 17th. Starts right on 8 o'clock in the morning. To find out more, go to the Magic website that Brittany promoted. Is that correct?
Trinity3e.org.
She's like, Trinity3e.org. So that's good.
And of course, a direct link would be, we'll have it up there, a link to get to the other links would be runtricities.org or like in Facebook's Facebook page.
On the show we dedicate to the Lord, we tell you that every day. This is the verse to get us started today. It was Isaiah 12:2. I am your salvation. Trust in me and do not be afraid. I am your strength and your song. And Ian's not afraid. He's a battler, isn't he?
He is a believer.
He's
also.
Warrior.
He's a believer, and he knows we got this thing figured out. I'll put it this way with tongue in cheek. Figured out his best thing. We know he deals with this. God didn't cause this to happen to him, but it's caused the fall of man. And he understands that. He's a believer in his Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And you should see him. There's no animosity. There's no doom and gloom. He is all boy. And every other day when I give him those injections, he just goes, it's part of life.
Wow. What a great attitude.
It is. We need to have that attitude a little bit more.
The rest of us need to have that too. And again, we personify, Matthew 25:40. If you've done the least of these, my brethren, you've done it to me. So when you sign up for this race, get involved in this, you're not only helping Ian, but we're going to help get the word out to educate, because there's 20,000, and I'm sure there's going to be more before it's all said and done. Unfortunately, other folks will be, would you say afflicted, I guess? I don't know if it's afflicted, but you have this situation. So we want to get the word out and educate and help out with the research. So pretty cool thing. It's called the Red, Black, and Blue Race for Ian. It's coming up on June 17th on a Saturday morning. If you can't run, you can walk, right?
Yes, sir.
So there's no excuses. And I heard a guy, it was Hank Brown, came on last week. WeRunEvents.com, because we always MC the Crazy Eights Road Race in Kingsport. We were talking about that, and I said, Hank, there is no excuses. Anybody can put on a pair of, if you can't only have tennis shoes, put on a pair of Crocs. She's got flip-flops on. Anybody, if you just walk at your pace, something's better than nothing. So, go to a local track, walk one lap tonight. If you're out of gas, do one lap. Tomorrow night, do 2 laps. And that's real simple, right? Run or walk.
We tell you 2 more things if you allow me to.
Absolutely.
One, we have about 30, maybe even 50 prize giveaways. People donate stuff from games to overnight stays at the Carnegie to massages to just it's just random. We just get in. All you have to do, Tom, you don't even have to run. If you just sign up,
you'll win something. You could win something.
Because what happened is you're just giving that money 100% goes to Tennessee,
research.
To the research and education. So it's a win-win. You can
awesome.
even sleep in and we'll call him, hey, you won something.
Yeah. Hey, Tom, you won. You won some running shoes even though you're not here. So, we'll do that. We'll come down. I want to come down and do my thing down on Facebook that morning, at least for a few minutes to help promote it. So count me in. And so it's called the Red, Black, and Blue Race for Ian. And again, if they want more information, go to the website. Go where?
Trinity3e.org or runtricities.org.
There you go. Good job. Awesome job. You and your sidekick there did a great job. We appreciate that very much. And we'll have you back in real soon because, hey, seriously, 45, it's not that far away. June 17th.
It's just right on the corner. And then boom.
See, she
all
is
right
a
there.
marketing machine. She says VBS, wetlands, go home, dry off, get up the next morning, come out and run walk.
That's
is
it.
a marketing
it.
machine. There you go. All right. Good job. Thank you, guys. Thank you, kids. We'll take a quick break. I'll be right back. We're live here at American Import and Auto Repair on show number 509 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at FCA.org.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE Master Technicians here. With the ratio, goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop, so it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
We're back live again at where are we? American Import and Auto Repair, home of the free
Last
loaner
time
car
I
program.
checked, brother.
We got a few minutes left here. My man is with us, the one, the only, Scott Hyatt. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Living it, buddy. Living the dream.
Now, I'm going to brag on him. He doesn't like me bragging on him, but I don't care.
Yeah, don't brag on me.
I'm going to brag on you because I can. This guy's forgot more about cars. He does a phenomenal job. I don't see how he does it because he's here. He's kind of the nerve center of the operation because everything kind of funnels into him, and he sends things out. Let me brag on you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Trying to be
Thank
serious.
you. God bless you. Go ahead.
All right. Trying to be serious because he won't ever let me be serious. He's like Tim. But everything funnels into him. Then he turns around and sends it out to Blaine or Misty or the techs. And so he does a phenomenal job. I can tell you that. And when I have car problems, I call him and he'll shoot me straight. He'll tell me exactly what I need to know. He doesn't, he's looking out for the customer, but he's also a straight shooter. And thank you, kids. Appreciate you. That'd be Michael and Brittany. So anyway, this guy does a great job. And so if you need someone to take care of your vehicle, these folks do it and do it like nobody else can. That's why they were voted the #1 auto repair shop in America by Federated Auto Parts after they went through and did about 4,000. You guys got put through the ringer pretty good. I mean, they came in and really did a very extensive evaluation, right?
Yeah, they told us to be quiet.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. No, actually, in all seriousness, they did. There was a lot of scrutiny to it. So, yeah, I was trying to help him. He's got a power steering line broken.
Yeah. So there again, customer service. He's went out and helped him. He has what, power steering?
He's got a power steering line. We can't find it. It's just a little line. He gave me a little piece of line, and Toyota decided to make it come out like this instead of going over and going around. It goes like this.
Wow.
It's a U-turn. I'm not an engineer, but I'd like to choke this one. Anyway, that's just my opinion.
On that door, it says ASE Blue Seal of Excellence, Recognized Business. Tell me what that means for the person out there watching and listening.
ASC certification is testing that technicians will go through, and we have 3 master technicians, which means they all have all of their certifications, which is no cakewalk. It's these guys go through training. Let me say this: continual training. It's not a do it one time and you're done. Because of our industry changing so much, it's ongoing, and we're a Blue Seal shop. You have X amount of ASE certifications. I'm certified in a couple of areas, and Blaine's. Serlos are certified, but the technicians here, they are hosses, man. They are, it's a little different than going into your backyard 1-bay, 2-bay shop that the guy's done it and he's kind of played around with it, and Cooter Bob Joe can put a set of brake pads on, but it's a little different when you get a level of expertise in vehicles. We've got, I'll brag on them, edify all of them. I've got guys back here that work on Mercedes and are excellent on Mercedes, BMWs, Land Rovers, Toyotas, Hondas, Nissans, Kias, Hyundais, Chevys, Fords. Pretty much we cover all the spectrums of vehicles, and I'm very proud of that because it's not like your backyard technician, because and this may sound a little bit bold, a little bit cocky, but we fix a lot of that. I'm not against do-it-yourselfers, but if you're a contractor by trade and you get into a vehicle and pulling the intake off and you're in over your head, you need to let somebody else, an expert, do it. I don't plumb because I like for water to go to the right place.
So you call the people to know what they're doing. That's why you call 913-3111. ASE Blue Seal of Excellence. Some shops, a lot of them don't have any. Some have one. You've got how many on staff?
3 masters, yes.
3 master techs.
That's like Jedi.
There you go, the masters.
But it also, it's a level that a lot of dealerships don't even have.
Exactly. Now, I know this is a setup question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Cars change, vehicles change year by year, so you got to know what's going on, because 2007 Camry is a whole lot different than a 2012 Camry. Is that a fair statement? Things are always changing?
It's always changing.
Yeah.
I've been in this business about 19 years. Tim's been in it 100, and you go back I can just remember back in the 90s some of the things that are completely different, complete diagnostic systems that are different. Engineering is different. Technology is a double-edged sword. Some of that is really good, and some of that's really goofy. Cars that we work on today, the technology. I'd heard it once said that some of the stuff we work on is more technologically advanced than you go back to some of the moon lunar. Cars are just everything's got a computer on it, or more, or many. BMWs, 7, 8, 10, 12 computers, DME modules. So yeah, your car's thinking all the time. That's kind of scary, isn't it? But seriously, that's technology that's in the cars, and 10 years from now, it's going to be more technologically advanced. And one of these days, we're not even going to have to drive them ourselves. We'll just get in and say, "Go."
Robots.
Roll.
Last question, Scott Hyatt with us before we get out of here. Getting ready to wrap this thing up. Head on out. Tomorrow will be at Chick-fil-A. What do you feel like, because you're here every day, you're in the trenches, what do you feel like separates this auto repair facility from the old XYZ competition?
Well, I feel like what sets us apart is we have a trained staff who cares. It's not just about getting your money and running you out the door. We want to fix your car, make sure that it's a quality part that we use. We do a 24-month, 24,000-mile warranty on the majority of the stuff that we deal with, which we're the only shop that I know of in town that does that. And that's a nationwide warranty. We care. I mean, there's a lot of shops that put brake pads on and run you out the door, and they're cheap. But the difference in what we do is we put good parts on that'll last for a while, and the guys that are doing it, they're factory trained, or they've been trained so that they're not taking shortcuts that cause noise problems. I say it all the time. I'm not bad mouthing my competition, but there are shops out there that will do jobs and do good work. But a lot of them are just, we got your money, we put a set of brake pads on, shoe you, and you're done. That's not what we do here. We try to take care of folks. So it's a long-term repair. It's just not a get your money and then a year later you're back with the same problem.
There you go. So, hours are open here.
8 to 5 Monday through Friday. 8 to 12 on Saturday.
There you go. 913. Oh yeah, you did great.
All right, good.
913-3111. That's why I come here and promote the product, and they do a great job. Tim, love him to death. His lovely bride Kim, Misty, Blaine, big sexy Scott Hyatt right here. Who are the techs? Who are the guys out in the garage getting it done?
Let's roll call. Got Kent, Jake, Greg, and we got Stevie, who is a technician / helper. And of course we got Patrick over here, also known as Proby. Yeah, we all got nicknames here.
There you go. Yours is Big Sexy.
Well, not by choice. That was just by chance.
All right. Good job, my friend.
All right.
Taters.
Hey, you're the man, baby.
You're the man. Again, we appreciate him very much. That's going to do it from here. We're live again at American Import Auto Repair. I want to say thanks to our guest. We checked in with Mike Hedrick from Northern Virginia talking NASCAR. We checked in with, of course, owner Tim Smith, Bill Robinson, the Milligan basketball coach, Michael Bates and Brittany Carson came by and talked to us. And next time we'll get Misty, because she says, are we done? I said, yep. Elvis is about to leave the building, so we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. We're going to rejoin you tomorrow. We'll be live at Chick-fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City. And Thursday will be at Champion Chevrolet, and Friday will be at a Food City near you. So, for American Import and Auto Repair, again, these folks do a great job. The only people that work on my vehicle are right here, because they do it either service or preventive maintenance is right here at American Import and Auto Repair, home of the free loaner car program. And again, in all seriousness, check out this maintenance plan, the Super Saver Maintenance Club. $519 you would normally pay. It's a $99 value. 4 oil changes. This is good for 13 months on multiple vehicles. And so, again, 4 oil changes, a transmission service, AC service, free brake system inspection, free alignment. Right there, we pay almost for $99. So it's a really, really good offer, and they sell the whiz out of it. Don't don't worry about my big fat fingers. Check out the card. It says sample Super Saver Maintenance Club for $99, and they sell them all the time here at American Import and Auto Repair. Out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours, and as always, we'll tell you till we greet you tomorrow at 11 o'clock from Chick-fil-A. Win or lose, be a good sport. So long, everybody.